Hello guys, it's Emily. So welcome back on my channel. It's so good to be back here and to talk to you guys. This is another vlog slash artwork time lapse kind of video. I already posted a short of the artwork that you're about to see in this. I haven't recorded the entire process because to record content for a long video and a short format is not very compatible. Like it's not the same format. It's vertical versus horizontal versus like landscape. And also whenever I record content, like if I record the process, I am not really fully able to like focus on what I'm doing. I like to have actual proof, like a support. Like I like to have files that showcase what I'm doing. This is like a trace and I can track back on all the things that I produce and all. It's pretty cool to have like a work in progress shot and all. But in terms of like being able to record and still do the artwork, it's a little bit more like I need more focus basically. It needs more energy, so sorry about that, but I don't have the entire process recorded. I have some highlights and some longer processes, like in parts of it. I have some real-time clips, kind of, So yeah, I have that, and I'm going to talk about a topic that I kind of like avoided on this channel because I don't really want to sound like a pity party thing. I don't want to complain about it, but it has a big impact on my life. So I figured that if I'm doing like a time lapse kind of deal, might as well just try to talk to you about something very important to me that is also a big part of my personal life, and it has been like quite of a intense thing to find out about recently because I have been sick with diabetes for a long time, like almost 7 years. So I am like used to it, but the other health issues that I have, I thought that there were not like a thing. I don't know. I feel like the universe has something against me because I have so many different conditions that I'm like, why? Just like leave me alone. Can I just catch a breath and be done with some of it? But apparently not. Anyways, yeah, I want to talk about it. I don't have a whole lot to show in terms of vlog content. I just feel like it would be better as a format for me to do have like an artwork time lapse of some sort and just do a voiceover if I want to talk about a certain topic. Because if you just listen to me and look at my face, you might be slightly bored. And what I like about artwork time lapses is that if you are not interested into what I'm saying, you can just mute and still work and still watch the actual artwork. Yay! Anyways, yeah, and the reason also why I don't have a lot of content is because I have been pretty sick like the entire week almost. I've only been better this past 2 to 3 days. So because I have more energy, I was able to finish the process, to finish the artwork. I was able to edit the short and the long format, and I'm recording a clip for the vlog. Yay! It's magical what a good night of sleep can do. I mean, yeah, sleep is so underrated. I mean, you really need to focus on your sleeping health. Getting rest is very essential. Anyways, enough talking. Before I let you come along on this journey with me, showing what I've been working on and explaining all my health issues and the plan for my future, basically, I just wanted to, I don't know, show you around. Oh my god, I have to talk about the white gallery. It's been like that for like 3 years. I don't even remember. And I don't know what to paint on that. I have no idea. If you have any idea, like, should I make it like a statement piece and just let it be white? I'm like, come on. I need to find the courage to do something on those walls. Like, if you have any suggestions, just let me know. What should I paint on this? It needs to fit in the aesthetic right here. I don't want it to be too heavy, too dense. I need something that, has a nice backdrop to my video. That was the plan. cat. Cuckoo. Now we'll let you watch the actual artwork time lapse of this new piece called Amethyst that I just finished 2 days ago. And we're going to talk about some heavy topic, which is kind of funny because the artwork is pretty vibrant and hopeful and like about spring, and it's the opposite of the heaviness of the topic, so I kind of like that actually. Anyways, if you want to hear me out about this mental health, struggles and all the issues that I've been dealing with recently, just keep on watching, and I hope that you'll find some insight in what I'm talking about. I know a lot of you guys have also your issues, and a lot of the people who watches me have mental health issues, physical health issues, so I know that we're not alone in this, so really appreciate your support. Anyways, I hope you will enjoy watching me complete this artwork, and yeah, let's go. So before I talked about the actual health issues that I've been struggling with, I want to talk about the artwork. I've inserted some quick little snapshot of the sketch that I did, and then I used the water to actually smooth things out. I used my Intense drawer, like the Intense Derwent, I think it's the brand. Intense pencils. They're like very ink-based watercolor pencils, and they do have permanent ink in them. It's not like actual watercolor pencils, it's ink-based. I'm not a huge fan of those because they make a big mark on the paper. I guess they would be interesting to use on top of watercolors maybe. I will find a way to make better use out of them, but I still like them because I didn't really mind having to cover everything afterwards with the gouache. So I ended up not having any issues with the sketch themselves, but I did have some issues with the background because I couldn't really cover everything. I had to use multiple layers of gouache to cover all of my basic sketch line because some of the lines I didn't like. Some of them have been they were basically too deep or too not the right color. I guess you would need to use them with the intentions of having them being a part of the artwork. If you want to create texture, if you want to have the under painting showing more, yeah, I would definitely use those pencils. But if you want to have more of like a basic guidelines, I would suggest to use either just regular watercolor pencils or just maybe like a one color of the Intense or like ink-based pencils to have like a basic sketch, but not having it too crowded already or too saturated. It had an interesting result, but it had more work for me basically because I didn't really like the way it was stuck on the paper with the gray, like the texture of the pencil wasn't really working well with the paper that I was using, so not a huge fan of that, but it was still interesting to use because I didn't do like a preparation sketch. I didn't do any concept art before. I went straight on the paper. I had like a random like reference for like the face, but I ended up not even using it because in the end it doesn't look like her at all. Which I actually like. I think sometimes, what I like about not being able to actually replicate a reference, because I'm so bad at actually copying something, that I end up making it way different than the actual model that I have, which is a plus. So technically my lack of skills is playing in my favor, which I really, really enjoy. Anyways, I want to talk a bit more about the actual artwork and the process, and then I'll just talk about a bit more of my life, So I ended up using mainly gouache. I've been quite obsessed with it recently because it is a happy medium. It's a complex medium for sure, but I really, really like it because it allows me to build the shading and the shapes and create contrast, and I can still overlay colors quite easily because the gouache itself is reactivated by the water. It is a bit tricky to use. I prefer watercolors in a way because they're a bit easier to blend, but I prefer gouache over acrylics because acrylics are just a pain in the butt to blend. They're super, super hard to blend. So yeah, it's kind of like a happy medium because it's between watercolors and acrylics, and I make the intentions. This is very intentional. When I create texture with it, I actually play with the texture. I try to be very, I guess intentional is the right word. I am doing the effort, like I'm making clean lines, I'm making contrast, I'm trying to create texture. This is very painterly looking, and that's what I really, really like about gouache. And I mainly use a square brush, like a very tiny square brush, like an angle brush, because it's the easiest to blend and it's the easiest to create texture because I can have very thick lines, I can have very fine lines, and I don't know why this brush works the best. I just really, really like those. The actual topic was pretty basic. I just wanted to have a great portrait with very vibrant color, kind of like a spring vibe. Everything is blossoming, she's covered in flowers. I wish I pushed the concept a tiny bit further, but it was also like a concept art kind of thing. I was trying things out with the paint, but I will definitely use that technique on a more deeper level in the future. So yeah, I don't have a lot more to say about this. I just really like the rendering. This is more of a style, a technique approach. Now I want to incorporate that technique to a deeper level with a concept art that has a bit more meaning to it, and I definitely have those coming in the future, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, basically that's about it for the artwork topic. Now I want to talk a bit more about my life. I don't want to talk too much about it for one main reason, is because I am starting to feel better and I'm starting to drift away from the cycle of depression and anxiety that I was in for like a few weeks, and the pain levels physically were excruciating, and I'm finally feeling better. So I don't want to come back in the mindset of how I felt like weeks ago, because yeah, I need to distance myself from that. So I don't want to talk too much about how bad I felt. I just want to mention basically what's going to happen next and where I'm at right now. So if you don't know, and I don't think I've mentioned that very clearly on this platform. Basically, I have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes almost 7 years ago, and I've been treated for that for a long time. But I had to change medication a couple times because I wasn't tolerating it. So we finally found a treatment that was actually able to deal with no side effects, but unfortunately it's not strong enough. So my diabetes has been increased over the last couple of months, and it had an impact on my physical health, on my exhaustion, and different symptoms that come with it. So I recently had to change and upgrade to double the dose of what I'm taking. Hopefully this will be enough, because this is the kind of medication that I really would like to stay on, because I don't have any side effects compared to all the previous that I've tried out. So hopefully this will be in order in a couple of months. That alone is going to help me tremendously, probably reducing my symptoms in terms of pain and tiredness by like 30%. So that's a plus. The other issues that I have been dealing with are a bit harder to manage. I have been suffering chronically with anxiety and anxiety like attacks, and like I have my brain is wired in a way that I worry all the time, and I overthink a lot, and I have a lot of empathy, and I'm very sensitive to a lot of things, and I'm doing my best on a regular basis to not have it control me in a way that I'm not like scared of talking to people. I don't have social anxiety. I have anxiety where basically I'm thinking the worst is gonna happen to me and people around me, and I think like something bad is gonna happen. I'm struggling with my work. I'm always wondering like, will I ever make it? Will I have enough money? Like those questions. And usually I'm able to manage, but the problem I have right now is because it's not related to very specific things that I can control, but it's related to my physical health. I can't do much. Technically, it's also related to my work because I have been chronically stressed out about the fact that on a regular basis, I don't have enough money. I don't like to talk about that, but my income has been decreasing so much over the last couple of months and years, and it stresses me out because I need to create content, but because I'm stressed and worried and sick, I can't do that. So I'm trying my best to feel better, just to find a solution out of this cycle. And the only way the only way to do that is to feel better physically, so I have more energy, so that I can work and stop worrying. So I'm like, okay, what's going on right now? It's pretty nuts because I don't know where to go and where to start. So I had to see my therapist again a couple days ago, and I bawled my eyes out because I've been so miserable over the last couple of months, worrying about so many things, that I ended up having back pain and muscle pain all over my body. It's called fibromyalgie in French. I don't have the term in English, but it's basically like chronic muscle pain in a way that is mainly related to your stress levels. It's also related to my weight, but it's also very much enhanced by the fact that I'm very stressed out. My anxiety is so high that I'm actually hurting my body just by existing. And I'm like, what? So basically, my therapist asked me to go on antidepressants again, but I don't want to. So I only took one, and then I'm just sticking with some minor anxiety pills and meditation, and I'm getting somewhere with that, but it's pretty hard. So I have to basically push through and find a way to have a proper diagnosis. So I went to see a specialist, and unfortunately for me, the chronic pain, like the chronic muscle pain, has been diagnosed to be actually real, like in a way that basically part of my issues is definitely mental pain in a way that affect my body, and there's also physical pain related to the fact that I'm overweight. So I need to lose more weight, but because I'm very sick and I have a lot of pain, I can't do that easily, I guess. And also because my body is quite resistant to the weight loss, because the weight I am at right now is the weight that I basically kept almost my entire life, and I kept that weight I don't know, since like I was 15. So I have to go back in time to fix a lot of this stored fat. And it's a complex topic. Basically, I have different aspects to deal with. I also have chronic, I think it's called IBS in English. My bowels are very fragile, and it gets worse when I'm stressed out. Yay! So that's basically it. It's quite fun, right? I really appreciate that. I'm sorry it took so long to explain, but yeah, I'm struggling, and I've been better the last couple of days. I finally got some quiet and quality time and some actual good sleep, and I feel a lot better. I'm pushing myself and my body, I guess, beyond the pain level, so I can reprogram my brain, dealing with that on a physical level only and not a psychological level, which actually helps. Exercising helps, even though it's hard, it does help. So I'm trying my best to push myself slightly, 30 minutes a day to move my body, and it does have an impact. So I'm hoping that with the right medication and the focus on the right thing, it's gonna have a positive impact in the long run. I will never be cured of all of those things, but I can manage and feel better. So yay! That's it basically. I hope that I'm on a good path right now. I'm getting better. I feel better. I'm uphill, so I'm gonna keep doing that, and I'm gonna focus on that, and basically taking every chance I have when I feel good. I'm gonna train my brain to feel good and to enjoy that, so it makes it easier whenever I feel down again. Yeah, that's it. Basically, that's my life right now. Every time I, I mean, basically, most of the time I'm not feeling the best, but when I do feel good, I try my best to work and do positive things and improve on my art and stuff. I'm trying to do, things that make me feel better. So that's it. Anyways, yeah, the piece is done. I hope that you enjoyed looking at all the time lapse and all. So, this is the finished artwork. I am so happy. I really like the style, like the way I painting things, the texture, everything is really like, I don't know, I'm just really excited to just work with so many different details and just have fun with the colors. I'm really trying to find my ways using gouache. I'm not like a huge, huge fan of the gold foil that I ended up putting in the end because it's pretty thick. Like I had a hard time making fine lines. I was a bit better at it right here, but I still like not a huge fan of that decision. It looks really like, it almost looks like she has glasses on or like a tattoo of some sort. It's cool, but it's maybe not the best decision I had, but whatever. Anyways, I am really happy with the results. I have this original in the store. I mean, it should still be here by the time you see this video. But if you want to join on Patreon, I'm gonna have online art classes being launched in May, so you will have to join in April if you want to attend. So if you'd like to know more about the art classes, you can check my Patreon below. I have a post that explains everything.
Let's show the kitty. Baby. Cuckoo. See the Suki. This is my baby. Baby.
He took a nap while I was editing, and now he wants attention. My baby.
Pupuni. You what? Yeah?
Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to me. I'm going to do my best to try to feel better and find a way out of all of those health issues and all. I really wanted to talk about them because they're quite a big part of my life. If I'm putting more of myself out there on this platform, I have to mention it. And I also am a big advocate for like mental health and physical health. So yeah, I'm doing better day by day, and I am going to find a way to have a better life and just overall reduce the symptoms and all. So yeah, we'll see about that. So if you want to help out, you know how to do it. I have set up the Ko-fi account. I have set up also my Patreon for like HD rewards, like artworks and all. And you can support me on my store, but just know that the processing time is slightly more than usually because I am pretty tired. I am finally able to sleep better. Like it's been a couple nights that I'm able to sleep. So yeah, we'll see about that. I hope that it lasts. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll talk to you very soon. And don't forget to check the Patreon if you want to join the art classes. And yeah, like and subscribe and comment. And that's basically it. Thank you so much, you guys. Bye!